I've been passionate about drama and theater for my whole life. I think from an artistic standpoint, Mr. Redman, the drama department, were so incredibly supportive of me and all of my in-school and out-of-school interests. I was able to work really closely with that department during the play Metamorphosis, where me and the rest of the cast were able to have a lot of hours with getting support for our performances and getting feedback, which I think led to us having a much better performance within the IB course and IGCSE course. A SMO cohort means that you get a lot of one-on-one time with teachers, so you're able to get a lot of feedback. In terms of outside interests, I was able to film a documentary that ended up being the film that I applied to USC with, and I was able to work during study hours on the documentary. You just get that everyone here cares about you and they care about what you're doing, not only the classwork but also the stuff that you're doing outside of school. The thing that I enjoyed most about Dulwich was the staff's ability to give students a lot of agency in what we're doing. I was able to co-direct a play called How to Be an Honest Thief with Mr. Redman, and just that experience of working in a highly professional environment while you're still in school is incredibly valuable. As a filmmaker now, having been given that opportunity while I was still in high school was really important, and it still impacts my work today. Yeah, so I'm loving university right now. I love USC, and the film program is exceptional, and it's an amazing environment to be in. The IB really helped me with setting myself up for university, but specifically for being in the film industry. The only kind of arts-related thing that I did in the IB was theater. Because I spent a lot of time on non-arts things, it allowed me to figure out how to multitask. We have to write the EE, which is a really long research essay that we do over the course of a year and a half. Getting to university, I don't think I've written an essay of that length yet, but I know that I will have to do that in the future. We have to research, find academic sources, know how to cite properly. Some of my peers didn't really know how to do that. When I got to that point in my course, I didn't find it challenging at all. While we're not writing 4,000 words, I was writing between 1,000 and 2,000 words, which it's still a long essay, but it didn't feel that long because I had experience with the IB. The IB builds up this incredible work ethic in all its students. It's a really rigorous course, and you have to put in a lot of effort even to get by and finish it. Getting into university, I found the first semester at least not super challenging because I had that experience. And as a filmmaker, if you're doing film 24/7, you have nothing to write films about. And having had experience in the IB through learning about different historical movements or learning about different literary authors in English, that gave me a really good artistic backing. Once I got into university, I had things that I was already interested in through the IB that I wanted to make films about, or topics I wanted to discuss in my films. My biggest piece of advice for IB students, especially your 13 students, is to really focus on your work right now. The IB isn't this kind of lifelong thing. It's only 2 years. So put 100% of your energy into it right now. I think balancing the workload of the IB with university applications is a huge challenge. Year 13 is the hardest year of the IB just because of that balance. Obviously, university applications have to be the priority, but I find an overlap. So if you're writing a piece for university that you could potentially talk about in one of your IAs, that would whittle down the workload. Or if there's something that you covered in the IB that would be beneficial to put into your university applications, that's really useful. I wrote one short essay about the process of writing the EE and how challenging but ultimately beneficial it was, and my university really liked that. You can list writing the EE as one of your extracurriculars or something else you did outside of school, because it takes up a substantial portion of your time, and it's something that universities would be interested in hearing about just because there's no other program in the world that has that similar kind of structure. Once you finish the IB, it's important to try and move on as quickly as possible, especially in the summer after IB and before university. It's important to pursue your passions that are outside of what you were doing in high school, but also outside of what you're going to do at university. Because once you hit university, there's so many things to be involved in. There's so many activities and clubs. And if you don't have anything you're interested in, it's hard to get involved. I know for me, I got into the first semester of college and I was like, what outside of filmmaking am I passionate about? This first semester has been me trying to discover other passions that I have because I'm doing filmmaking full time now.